Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. Brandon Wilson to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard. Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered. On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup there on the run. When you see a big-time run to the outside, it always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it? Absolutely, and they were perfect in setting the edge there. And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so they can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside. Offense wins there. Offense won big. Von Bell up to make the tackle. Second down at 5. One play action. Fields rolling to his right. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket? I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half. And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From midfield now, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes on the clock. Second quarter. 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down. To the air again, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
McPherson's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there completes a Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him now.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Fields, forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one, 35 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Flushed out right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run with Montgomery. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And they'll run the option to start the drive. An option handoff here to Mixon. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 11. Mike 6. Check the outs, check the outs.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
2nd and 4. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Back to throw. Fields. Eluding the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Fields. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They snap it to Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Burrow will throw. Try to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Handoff comes to Montgomery, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 3rd and short, to give to the tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Fields on first down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And he's going to go down again. Sam Hubbard, his second sack of the night. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And it's taken in at the 9. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
11, 11. Check. 11, 11, 11.
On first down, Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 132 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And now they will throw it with Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals add on to their lead. McPherson now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dancing to his left. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go. They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Sliding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They had to go for it